like to stall their cars, but you know, just for you guys, I'm gonna show you. Stall, dead. The car is dead. I want to say at least 4 years now. I bought this car. This is my first car, and it was a stick shift. I didn't know how to drive this car, and when I got this car. So you know, I basically learned by myself, taught myself how to drive it, and now I feel like I'm fluent enough to teach other people how to drive it. Now, if you guys do enjoy this type of video that I'm gonna make, or enjoy this video that you're watching right now, please do consider subscribing to the channel and dropping a like, you know. So check it out. You got two main components that you need at all times. Everything else is just like a regular car. Well, say 3, but everything else is like a regular car. You got your steering, you got your gear shifter, but it's not a gear shifter. This is called your stick shift, or I don't know what it's called. The thing with the numbers on it. See the numbers on it? But you got your handbrake. You need this because this is like your park in a regular car. And this is your reverse and all the other gears. Because you go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, or 6 if you got 6. But that's it. And you got your clutch. Now this foot, your left foot, is going to be the clutch pedal. The clutch pedal is all the way left. I don't know about no other cars, but I think it is standard in most cars to be on the left. But either ways, you got your clutch right here. So to start the car, number 1, put your foot on the clutch, sink it all the way, and make sure it's touching the ground. Like you want to press it, you want to push it through the floor. You know what I'm saying? You turn your keys. You know, let me show you what happens if you don't sink the clutch first before I actually start the car. So I took my foot off the clutch. See, nothing happens at all. You think it's dead. You know, I turned it. Now you put your foot on the clutch all the way. There you go. Car started. Everything is good. And now this is when your gear shift come in play. Once you start the car, you can take your foot off the clutch. I'm gonna tell you when you need your foot on the clutch. Anytime you're going to shift gears, you want to lose power, or you're pressing the brakes, then you put your foot on the clutch because you don't want to just stall out. I'm gonna tell you what a stall is. Matter of fact, I'm gonna show you a stall right now. And nobody likes to stall their cars, but you know, just for you guys, I'm gonna show you. Stall, dead. The car stalls and launch forward. The car shuts off. Then you have to start it again. Now enough of that stalling, because I don't like doing that. You know what I'm saying? But I just stalled the car for you guys. In this video, I'm gonna be going over the basics with you guys. Clutch control is the number 1 thing you want to learn in the stick shift car. Any stick shift car going to drive, I always play with the clutch. So I'm gonna show you how clutch control is done. This is the clutch right here. This is your foot on the clutch. You want to ease, you want to simply let your foot off the clutch ever so slightly, like, and then you're gonna feel when the car engaged at a specific point on the clutch. That's called the catch point. And whenever the car engage, whenever you feel that little jerking motion, that tells you that the car is engaged. And once the car is engaged, you don't want to take your foot off the clutch. You want to still ease your way out the clutch smoothly, and the car's gonna roll. I'm gonna give you guys definition. Watch my left foot right here and see what I'm talking about. You see the car jerk? You see it's my catch point is close to the ground, so it's kind of easier to figure out. But other cars, it's all the way at the top. So you know, this is what you need to practice. Practice on doing this till you can do it right, and not moving the car with no gas. See, right now my foot isn't on the gas at all. You know what I'm saying? That is number 1 in stick shift driving. That is a major key factor right there. If you can move the car without using any gas, that's a plus on your end, because you have the clutch down already. That's one thing that you have down. Now let's go for a little small drive, and I'm gonna show you more. I'm gonna just go through gear number 1 and 2 with you guys, and I'm not gonna go through any advanced topic like rev matching as yet, because you know that's more advanced and we're just starting out. So let's go for a ride. Easy. Take your foot off the clutch. Easy. See, we rolling just like that. We rolling. So you know, everything else is basically like a regular car. And once you're about 2 miles, you can basically take your foot off the clutch. You know what I'm saying? 2 miles, 3 miles, and we driving. We don't even have to press gas, because there's 3 things you need the clutch when you're gonna press brake. When you press the brake, and if I'm supposed to press the brake right now without pressing the clutch, I'm gonna stall out. See? That jerk? That's a stalling jerk. That's the warning that you're gonna stall when the jerk's like that. Now, second is if you're on a hill, your car will roll backwards. My car is slightly rolling backwards because I'm on a hill. But put your foot on the clutch again. Put it in your gear that you want, first gear, which is up here for me, and slowly ease your foot off the clutch. Even if you're on a hill, this will work, but it's gonna take way more practice. So I suggest if you're on a hill, then you want to press the brakes as well, so it's more safer for you and for other drivers behind you. So take your foot off the clutch, slowly rolling. Right now, you can give it some gas. You give it some gas. I would say shift around 3,500 RPMs. So you see the tachometer right now going up. You can shift at 2 or 2,000 in first gear, just because, and you shift. Put your foot on the clutch, you shift. Then you start, then you give it gas again. Take your foot all the way off the clutch before you give it gas again. You give it gas and you're going. You know what I'm saying? Let's turn on the main road right now. We're gonna go for a little drive. It's really not hard to drive a stick shift car. It's just muscle memory. The more you practice it, the more you get better. So I would suggest, if you got an empty, you live in a neighborhood and it's not too busy, just practice. And even if it's too busy, put on your 4-ways. If somebody is behind you, tell them to go around you, tell them, you know what I'm saying? So it's not that hard. Brake in, clutch. Press the brake, you press the clutch also. Now, if you're just braking and not gonna come to a stop, you don't have to press the clutch, because it's not required. That's just gonna hinder your process, and you just disconnecting and losing power for no reason. You know what I'm saying? So I don't suggest you do that, but I just shift from first to second. Now I'm gonna shift from second to third when I hit 3,000 RPMs or 3,005 if need be. So I hit 3,000, I shift, and there it is. I just shift and downshifting. Now this is where your tachometer comes in, and it is really important. So right now I'm going about 3,000 RPM, and I'm going 34 miles. Everybody's going around me, but I don't. It's 2 lanes, so they can do what they want. But I'm driving right now, and I'm at 2,500 RPMs. If I'm supposed to downshift right now at this exact moment, what is gonna happen is the RPMs will go up. Sometimes it might not go up a lot because you lost a lot of power because you took long to shift, but the RPMs will always go up if you're going to downshift. Now, if you're upshifting, the RPMs will drop. That's what the tachometer does. That's like an important piece of the puzzle. I don't really use my tachometer. I know when my car is at 3,000 RPM. I know how it sounds. I know how it reacts. You know what I'm saying? So based off that, I can tell myself it's time to shift now. But like in your case, once you have to look at this to see when it's a good time to shift, when it's a good time to downshift, and what need be. You know what I'm saying? So right now I just shift from second to third, and it's a light right now. I'm approaching the light. So what I'm gonna do is put my foot on the brakes and shift the second, right? Take my foot off the brakes, let it coast, because you don't need to keep your foot on the brake. It's gonna lose power automatically, and then when you want to stop, foot on the brake, clutch in. But I'm not gonna stop right now because it's not the time to stop. First gear, clutch, go. Take your foot off the clutch slowly, go. Once you're rolling, you can take your foot off the clutch faster without stalling, because you already have power. You already have a little bit of power. The car is already moving. The car is already in motion. I'm gonna stop right now, so I put my foot on the clutch. Just remember, it's easier to start off in first gear. You can start any gear you want to start off in. I wouldn't suggest you start in 4th or 5th or 3rd, but you can do that if you want to. But it's a very simple process. Very simple process to drive a stick shift. It's just three main components: your tachometer, your clutch, and your shifter. You know what I'm saying? Put your foot on the clutch, brakes, stop. You know what I'm saying? Then ease, smoothly take your foot off the clutch, and you go. Once you're rolling to about 2-3 miles per hour, then you can take your foot all the way off the clutch. Do it smoothly so you don't jerk. And very simple process. Very simple process. So I would suggest you guys go practice. If somebody, somebody that has a stick shift car, go practice. Try not to start a car, because people don't like to stall their cars, you know, clutch in, brake. I would show y'all something else. It's called grinding gears, but I really don't want to grind my gear right now, so I'm not gonna do that. But see how smoothly I just take my foot off the clutch, took my foot off the clutch, and I'm moving. It's a very simple process, you know. Just make sure you do it smooth, and if you do it too fast, it's gonna jerk. You're not gonna like that. That's a bad experience, you know, and it's gonna make you feel like you're messing up the car actually. So I suggest you just do it nice, take your time, relax, take a deep breath in. You know, I'm gonna turn right now, and turning, you know, you might want to put your foot on the brake, press the little clutch. You might want to downshift to a lower gear. So you downshift, and bam, you downshift, and you go. It's a very simple process, you know. I'm approaching a stop sign, and I want to stop. So if you guys want to pause the video and tell me how the best way to stop in the comment section below, that would be very helpful. So it tells me that I'm actually giving y'all some actual knowledge, teaching y'all something y'all are actually learning. And to go slowly, ease your foot off the clutch, and you're rolling, you know what I'm saying? You're rolling, and then when you want to shift, clutch in, second gear shift, take your foot off the clutch, give it a little bit of gas, and turning again. I'm turning again. But the thing is, I don't want to shift because I don't want to shift into first gear, and so I just put my foot on the brake, and you know, once I'm not going too slow, the car won't jerk, you know. So that's a tip right there. And reverse, we're gonna show you a little bit of reverse right now because I'm about to park back to my house. So I'm gonna show you guys a little bit of reverse. Clutch in to stop, right? Find your reverse gear. Mine's is all the way to the right and down. Reverse, and then you just reverse. Now reverse is kind of tricky because it takes a little bit more work to get the reverse, because it's a stick shift car, and on regular cars it's just gas and brake. Stick shift car is a clutch. You don't want to press the gas when you're reversing. You already have enough power, you know what I'm saying, to do without the gas when reversing. So basically, reversing, just use straight clutch, no gas, just all clutch, and you will be fine. And to park the car, you want to use your handbrake. If I let my foot off the clutch right now, the brakes, my bad, I'm sorry, my car will probably roll forward because my driveway is kind of like on a slope. So this is your park in a stick shift car, a manual car. And this right here, you can leave it in first gear. When you turn the car off, leave it in first gear, and it will hold the transmission in place so it won't roll. Or leave it in reverse because we're on a hill going down. When you're in a hill going up, you want to leave it in first gear. That's the basic concept behind it. Turn off the car is simple. Just turn off the car regularly, whatever the case may be, and that's it. It's very simple. It's a very simple process. In the second part in this video, I'm gonna be showing you guys how to actually do some more advanced things with your stick shift car, like rev matching, how to downshift more efficiently. If you guys did enjoy this video that I made teaching you guys the basic of driving a stick shift car and manual car, then please do consider subscribing to the channel. Alan was silent. Thank you guys for coming, and I'll see you guys in the next video.